Opening recounting the tales of Hurricane Katrina, its aftermath and recovery.
The $7.5 million exhibit is called Living with Hurricanes Katrina and Beyond, and it also explores lessons Katrina taught and the science and technology arising to counter future storms. Jill Hazu is inside the exhibit, and she joins us now with much more. Good morning, Jill.
Good morning, Sally Ann and Eric, and we're in the foyer of the museum, so right when you walk in, you're met by this beautiful music as well as some compelling images. You can see Fats Domino's Baby Grand Piano right behind us that was recovered after the storm. And joining us now is Sam Reichels. He's the museum director, and this must have been an was it emotional draining or therapeutic experience to collect all these artifacts and put them together?
It's a little bit of both. It's very unusual in the museum business that you actually put together an exhibit where you're actually part of the story. All of my people who worked on this exhibit are very, very heavily invested in it, and they did an amazing job putting this exhibit together.
What do you hope people take away when they walk through the halls? I mean, just some amazing images. The attic, an actual attic from St. Bernard Parish.
Well, we want people to realize, one of the things we want is for the last memory not to be people on the roofs, but to realize that people actually did step forward and they were good neighbors and that they took care of one another. And, you know, and also that, natural disaster can happen anywhere. This is not unique. And, you know, we have a way of living down here and we can live down here.
And also, too, what do you think that this is going to do for the museum, for tourism related to this exhibit? It's just amazing. You said that already you've been featured in the Jerusalem publication.
Yeah, the Jerusalem Post. I think it just speaks to the international interest in this disaster. I mean, I think both nationally and internationally there is just a great desire to find out what happened and what we're doing about it, because there's so much going on in the city in South Louisiana right now to recover and to get back from this storm.
And I want to show the ceiling actually right now. This is a beautiful, it meets you right when you come in through the doors. This is called Messages of Remembrance.
Yes, it's a sculpture by Mitchell Goudet, and the bottles represent lives lost during Katrina, and the hands are groups that stepped forward and helped us in a recovery.
And we saw so many of those people that came forward. What are some of the, I mean, it's hard to choose, there's so much in here, but what's something that just touches you the most when you walk through this exhibit?
I have to admit almost all of it touches me, from the music that you hear in the background to the sculpture to the final video piece. The attic is very compelling. The oral histories are amazing. The artifacts are extremely interesting and very pointed into the fact.
And the next room that you walk into is actually talking about not only Katrina, but also Rita and Betsy, and how hurricanes have shaped all of our lives here who live here in South Louisiana.
That's correct. Over 200 hurricanes since the founding of Louisiana. So they are a fact of life, and we have learned to live with them, and, you know, given the chance, we will continue that.
And this has been a project 5 years in the making.
It takes a long time, particularly in this economy, to raise the money. All the money was raised privately, with the exception of a little bit by the state of Louisiana, and it just takes a while to put the money together.
Okay, thank you so much, Sam Reichels, Museum Director here at the Presbytere. And the exhibit opens tomorrow at 10:30. Tickets are $6 for adults, $5 for seniors over the age of 65, students and active military personnel, and children under 12 get in free. Back to you guys.
All right. Thank you very much. And that exhibit's going to run for quite some time. Opens tomorrow, so it's going to be good.
Well, you know, one thing is watching portions of that exhibit, it just brought back so many memories of things that we just threw out after the storm. Yeah. And wishing now that I had been more selective over some things that I just got rid of.
It was just so emotional that you didn't have the energy, you didn't have the time to sit there and dig through everything. You didn't want to.
And it was so surreal walking through your house and getting all that stuff out.
I remember it well.
Yeah, we all do. All right, let's go right to the forecast. Nothing like that in our forecast today.
Looking at some